I'm pretty sure in 2025, people will think I have absolutely lost my mind, and that's okay. What's going on, everybody? It's your girl TJ, back another video on Talks with TJ, and no, I haven't lost my mind. Now, perception may be that as the year goes on, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Number one priority is to remain true to myself, and people always scream, we want authenticity. Okay, well, I'm gonna give you that wholeheartedly throughout this entire year, as I always have. So if you're brand new here, first, thank you for tuning in. But second, let me just catch you up real fast to kind of give you an idea of why people may think that I'm crazy, right? So I've been in love with sneakers since I was a little girl, okay? Because I've been in love with sports since I was just so little. Now, some people would joke I'm not much bigger now, but whatever, okay? When I was really small, it was sport. I wanted to enjoy basketball, football, track, soccer, all of the things. And when you grow up loving basketball, you automatically end up, you get drawn into the world of sneakers. I've told this story before, but the very first time I saw the Air Jordan 11 Concord in person, it blew my mind on another level. And that is when I just fully, I think, dove all the way in. And I've grown up wearing all brands. I grew up wearing Fila and Reebok and Puma and all the brands that we know and love. Fast forward to when I'm an adult and I'm able to really afford most of the wants that I could possibly have within reason, within my means, within my income. And I wanted to share this passion on camera, but also go ahead and speak on the things I didn't see being spoken on within sneakers, at least from what I was watching. And that's doing this in a really responsible way, being accountable to yourself. So I was originally on YouTube in 2016, not 2018, but I rebranded the channel as Talks with TJ because I wanted to talk about any and everything that I could possibly want to talk about. Yes, it's going to center around sneakers, but also having these personal financial talks, you are experiencing some of my growth with me in real time. And then I chose to add my fashion into it, pretty much just my style. I'm not a stylist. I don't ever think that people need to look at me as a blueprint for how to dress. So if you don't like any of my fits, that's okay. I don't take it personal in any way. This is just me. It's just my style. So trust me, when you see how to style, it's just based on the algorithm of for it to get into search. It's really how I choose to style. But nonetheless, you've seen me really enjoy just pair after pair after pair. That doesn't mean, though, that everything needs to stay exactly the same as what it always was, because that's not life. We change, we evolve, and how we may appreciate something can change as well. That's exactly what you guys have seen over this past year. So I said, hey, in 2024, I really want to pull back on not only what I buy, but really start to just declutter and clear out a lot of my collection. Now, it's not uncommon for my peers on YouTube to have gone through complete collection sales. They've cleared out everything and they've restarted from scratch. Some of you have done that. I'm not restarting from scratch, not at all, but I am going to continue to buy less pairs while I'm still decluttering and getting rid of a lot of what's in my collection of what's left. I made that video. Hopefully you caught up on that. If not, be sure to check it out after this one. Started with 262 pairs in 2024. I ended with 164. Someone challenged me to maybe do half again, and I mean, that would be ambitious. I don't know if I'm going to have my collection again. That would be very ambitious, but I think it would also be really commendable if I were able to do that. So no, I don't intend to necessarily go half, but I do intend to get rid of more pairs. We'll talk about that in an upcoming video. You may think that I am crazy, however, because in a year in which it makes perfect sense, beyond you couldn't ask for a better year to want to create content within sneakers, I'm choosing to not sit here and chase all of these pairs, because it's not true to myself and wanting to sit here and buy retro after retro after retro. And I'm only speaking on retros because we don't even know all of what's coming out for other brands. In 2024, most of what I bought, of the few that I did, it was mostly Adidas, but we have no idea what's really on the horizon for New Balance and Adidas and Asics and Saucony. So once we see that, then great, maybe I can form even more a better idea of what I may choose to go after. There just may be some open slots there because, again, we don't know what's fully coming out for them, but we have the rundown for Jordan Brand. And yeah, a lot of you are saying it's a year in which you can't miss. Not only that, it may be the year that you retire. We can speak on more on that later, but it may be the year that a lot of you step back from the game and you're done, you're finished, because Jordan Brand is giving any and everything that you could possibly want. I mean, hell, the White Cement 4 is returning. So for a lot of you, that's it. It's like the coup de grace. What more could you ask for? So yeah, I'm sure it really does seem like crazy, spooky, as Kendrick said, that I'm choosing to not go ahead and chase everything, but that shouldn't be considered a bad thing. It shouldn't. I'm just speaking my truth here on the channel. I think that's what a platform is for you to share your truth and your experiences. And I love that you guys are connecting with it as well, because for a lot of you, you're within my age range. You're within maybe that 35 to 44 age range. So if you're here, you've been able to really enjoy, again, close to all the wants that you could have, because you're established in your career. Hopefully you have your finances in order and you're as stable as one could possibly hope to be. So enjoying this hobby, this passion, you've done it. And now you may have felt this shift where you go, I like that shoe. I don't think I need it. I don't think I want to own it. Like, I'd love to admire it, but how often am I going to wear it? And I've spoken on that. Buy what you'll wear, not just what you like. Because if it just came down to buying likes, do you know how many pairs I would have? More than the 262 that I had, okay? I would have so many more, and I just wanted to get away from that. So, yeah, for myself, it became more of a buy what you'll wear. What is the cost per wear gonna be? And, is it the idea of just chasing the shoe versus actually having the shoe and then wearing the shoe that you're in love with? And guess what? I can love the shoe from afar. I don't have to sit here and have it. Now, some of you have some very comical, I'm using that word loosely, comments, and I think I'm going to incorporate a lot more of your comments, not just trying to highlight the ridiculous ones, but actually have a lot of the conversations we have on here. I'm going to expand on them based on the interactions I have with you in the comment sections of my videos, because you guys are insightful and you spark different things that I may want to speak on even more. So again, one, I always appreciate you guys. You don't have to take the time to comment on any video. You don't even have to watch. So when you do, just know that I appreciate it. But this is one of those, tell me you didn't really watch my video without telling me that you didn't watch my video. So let's just read this real quick, shall we? So, buying too many sneakers that I can afford and like is silly, not needed. This should be an I just read a self-help book channel. Feels like psychology without a psychologist, maybe just an ego, like buying sneakers or investing, etc. Again, if you've watched any of my videos, especially the recent one in which I spoke on can we leave this in sneakers, and you just kind of proved a point, because never did I ever say that you buying the things that you want is silly. I actually said I look down upon that condescending behavior because I don't like for people to shame others for things that are just simple in life and they enjoy. So no, I don't think it's silly at all for you to buy the things that you are interested in. Doing it in a very irresponsible way financially, yeah, I don't think that's the best move. And we see that with the high amount of credit card debt within this country. I don't think that's the best move. Now, sounding like I just read a self-help book, well, I would maybe challenge a lot of people. When was the last time you read a book that wasn't fiction, and was it since high school? Have you read an actual book start to finish since high school? A lot of you have not. So again, let's not sit here and try to shame anyone that I don't know is still literate in this very weird world within 2025. So I've read many books that are that are meant to help you grow in a number of different ways. I'm never gonna apologize for that. The psychology without a psychologist. Well, one of you said that, hey, you felt like I was your sneaker therapist, so certainly not the profession that I'm in, but I will take it if I'm helpful in any way to you, and understanding that you feel this pull to not buy as much, but everyone around you is just buying and buying and buying. And so maybe this feels like an outlet where you feel understood, and I'm glad that you feel understood if that's what reality is. And then finally, ego thing. Here, I don't really get the ego part, so maybe you guys can help me understand it, because I'm not sure how wanting to incorporate the importance of investing and long-term stability in addition to you enjoying the dopamine hit that you get right now for sneakers. I don't know where the ego comes in, because I myself really encourage viewers to enjoy my peers within sneaker YouTube who are going to deliver on early looks, showing a vast array of sneakers that are set to drop, and giving you those in-hand breakdown looks, and on foot in 4K, great quality. So I'm trying to figure out where the ego part is coming in there, because I don't know if someone with an ego would greatly encourage somebody to go and watch other people. I'm just not sure. But if you guys aren't already subscribed to TMC, go ahead and check out his channel, because he has again, it's just a diverse lineup of sneakers that he buys, he enjoys. He puts together amazing fits too, so he really posts those, I think, more so on Instagram and on Twitter. So if you're not already following him or subscribed, then I would highly encourage you to do that. So on Twitter, he posted Okay, at a glance, possibly what I'll go after, use the blank to show me yours. And you can see on screen here all of the retros that he is contemplating buying in the new year. And does this make perfect sense for someone just based on 2025 if you're into sneakers? It does. I know that I said going after 4 to 5 pairs a year or a month, that sounds reasonable because so many other people around you are doing it. This is really going to be that year where it does feel normal that everyone and their mom is doing it. But then also he creates content on a very, very consistent basis. So whatever pairs he chooses to buy, you guys are able to see those on camera and experience them being added to his collection, with him. That's part of what creating within sneaker YouTube is. That's just the truth of it. So he has a lot of pairs that he intends to go after and get, which means one, hopefully you're able to check out that content on his channel. But I want you guys to go ahead and take a look at the other screenshots that I have from people that responded to TMC's tweet, because you can see this is actually going to be the norm of people wanting to chase so many different retros within 2025. So I'm saying that to say I am more self-aware than you can imagine that I'm going to be the black sheep and not wanting to chase all these pairs. I am. That's exactly what I'm going to be, not only within sneakers, but certainly within content or creating content, because that's not my focus. But that doesn't mean that that's wrong, just as it's not wrong for someone to want to enjoy all of these pairs. Think about it, and I've spoke on this. There may have been a time where you couldn't afford these pairs, you were in school, you were focused on other things. Some of you have finally gotten to the point where you feel comfortable with spending quite a bit of income every single month on sneakers because you focused heavily in your early 20s, late 20s, early 30s on fortifying your finances and just whatever your situation is. Maybe you wanted to pay down or pay off that student loan debt. Maybe you wanted to pay off that car. Maybe you wanted to make sure that you had just your systems in place so you were never spending money on a credit card that you couldn't pay off. You wanted 3 to 6 months savings in place. I love that one if that is the approach that you took. So this may finally be the celebration for you to treat yourself, and what better year than in 2025 if you're into retros. If that's truly the bread and butter of what brought you into sneakers, this is a celebration year for you. It just won't be for me. So hopefully you guys understand that there will still be so many conversations, because I think there are a lot of layers to this that I want to dive into for 2025. So I may seem crazy for not wanting to chase every single pair. Please don't mistake that for me not wanting or not celebrating you choosing to buy the things that you will actually wear and the things that you can easily afford. Don't mistake it for that, because I think some do, and it's just not right in any way. So again, go ahead and comment your thoughts below. I want to know, how many pairs do you intend to chase in 2025 when it comes to Jordan retros? Is it as high as some of the screenshots that you saw on screen here? And if so, then do you already have a plan in place for how you will go about taking care of everything that you have on your plate this year in 2025, but then also chasing all of these shoes? Because if you're chasing a lot of them, we already did the math, and that can be close to $5,000. So it's a steep bill that you may pay in 2025. So hopefully you are prepared for that. And if you were interested in just, what does the Nike P6000 look like on foot? Is it comfortable? How would I style it? Well, you can check that out here on the channel, because I was gifted that for Christmas. Absolutely love it. Just like, for my birthday, I was gifted. Yeah, that's a Nightmare on Elm Street beanie. I told you it was a very horror-focused themed birthday that I received. So scary there, but I think it'll actually be just still a fun year in 2025. So I appreciate you guys for sticking around. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.